So the download is done, and so we can install the new update 2025.38.9. So let's do the installation, and you tap here just to skip the 2 minutes, and it starts. That's it. So going through the installation, I'll do a time lapse. I will do 2 or 3 seconds for you guys. Maybe it should be 20 minutes this time, because there should be bug fixes, improvements, but there are some undocumented changes that I wanted to mention. So as soon as it's done, we'll go through those undocumented changes. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. So installation done, and the release notes says just a minor bug fixes. So on this software update 2025.38, right now it's 38.9, there'll be several undocumented changes that people found out, and I counted 6. So let's go through. I use not a TeslaApp.com site. So the first one is a new FSD guide. So there is an undocumented change for Model S, 3, X, Y, and Cybertruck. When a user activates FSD from the Controls Autopilot menu, Tesla will now present a one-screen guide that introduces you to the FSD. That's pretty good. Then more charging information. This is for undocumented, available for everyone, everywhere. Basically, while a vehicle is charging, Tesla now includes a link to additional charging information in the control charging section. If the vehicle is charging, the link will appear in blue in the top right corner. Pretty good. Tapping the link will display pop-up containing additional information such as the maximum and current battery input power. The maximum battery input power is the total power that the charger is can deliver actually, and battery input power is the amount of energy that being actively put into the vehicle battery. That's pretty good. Now next undocumented change, which I saw this. Keep accessory power on control from the app. Okay, from the mobile app, Tesla mobile app, you can select to keep the low power mode, or keep accessory power on, or low power mode. And the screenshot is this guy. Okay, I saw this one on my app yesterday. So the 2025.38 vehicle update adds support for the keep accessory power on option in the latest Tesla app. Okay, we got that. Buy parts. This is undocumented, available for everyone. Tesla has added a buy parts button to the Tesla service mode. Tapping the button displays a QR code that takes a user to the Tesla service site where owners can buy parts directly. So let's check it out, this guy. Okay, so if we go to the service, there should be a power. Where is it? No, tapping the button displays service mode. Okay, sorry, right here, battery. I don't see by remove, towing, notification, maintenance, maybe maintenance. Maybe this guy. No, so I don't see it, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's not service. So it says Tesla added a buy parts button to the Tesla service mode. Oh, probably it's not this service, but in service mode. Okay, so it's not this service, but it's in service mode when you access the service mode service. Okay, yeah, that's not. So if you go in service mode, you can buy parts. Okay, that's not available for everybody, because not everybody use the service mode, which okay. Charger visualization. Tesla added a visualization of a charger when the vehicle is parked and plugged in. I saw this one. So when you park and you charge, you see beside the car, you see a supercharger, for example. When I park here in my garage and I charge, I see like a charger on the wall, a visualization type of thing, okay? And then in service mode improvements, undocumented for everybody, new trunk panel. A new trunk panel is an overview of the life gate status, latch status, and calibration status for the trunk is now available. The panel also provides additional information such as request source, set lift gate height, and hand-free settings. Okay. Then the new front panel. Okay. Cameras panel update. Mismatch firmware detection. Okay. Very good. Brakes panel update. ESP stiffness test routine changes. Okay. So there are very cool. So there are 6 undocumented changes. Some of them are available to the screen, some other on the phone, and some other in the service mode, which is pretty good. Anyway, the update took around 20 minutes, and that's it. So some undocumented changes, minor bug fixes, and security update as usual. So check out my Tesla referral. If you buy Tesla, use my referral code. The link is in the description. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, share it, comment, and I'll see you on next video. Ciao Tesla people.